Hello and welcome back to what will most likely be the last episode of Great Holdinsburg. That's right, Holdinsburg is coming to an end. Pretty much we've seen After Dark's tourism. Look at all that tourism stuff. We've seen its marinas and extra little buildings. And our city will take quite a while to get up to 100,000 people. But there's another city on the... another game on the racket to become a series, and quite frankly, not very many people have been watching this series to begin with, so this will be the last one, and we have to do our best, not to expand Holdinsburg, but to make it as legit as possible in these last few moments. So, I guess maybe number one thing is to fix this problem, which is ridiculous, and, perhaps beyond even our capability of fixing. I don't even know what the heck is the problem. It looks like... I'm gonna go with what I said last time was most likely the case. We've had an education revolution, and because of that, we've lost a lot of our industry because there aren't enough low education people to work the industrial buildings. Which is quite unfortunate, I must say. It's a small problem. Tiny little problem. But we can probably fix that. I think one solid way to fix this problem is just to start cutting out a lot of this industry. So we're going to cut off this entire little egg-shaped thing down here. And if we need more industry, we can replace it with offices up in Screen and Papers Limited. And that should be perfectly fine. Offices seem to be what's in demand right now, as opposed to industry, which is not terribly in demand. As, of course, we get more demand for industry, we can refill this back in. Well, we could if we were going to continue, but we aren't, so there you go. But that's the idea. We're going to cut back on industry and try to build up on offices over here. I mean, the offices are doing fairly well as is. How's the fire coverage? Pretty good. Pretty good. And the traffic is not heavy in the slightest, so all of that stuff, which is somewhat minimal, should be enough to cover those areas. So let's see, what other big issues do we have within the city that need to be resolved before we say goodbye to Holdinsburg? I think we fixed most, if not all, of the traffic issues. I mean, Paper Mill United Limited Rulers of pretty much fixed itself by killing itself. All of the traffic issues that happened in here are now no longer an issue. We need to take out even more of this industry. It's becoming an industrial wasteland. There we go. And then just cut out some of these abandoned buildings on the inside. With fewer buildings, that's less competition. More people to work in each individual building. Good for us. There we go. We'll see how that works out. It should work out pretty nicely. That's a large quantity of industry gone. Any other issues? The glistening glass cellars continues to be a problem. I don't even know what to do about that. How is the Seculites' Grove of Madness? Still not great. Huh. We could... I mean, the main way to fix this at this point would be to have it funnel into here with one-way roads on all sections, but I don't think that'll really fix the situation too much. Is it backing up down there as well? Let's check. No, it's just got this stupid, like... Oh. Well, we might be able to fix the situation just a bit. Let's cut that out and replace it with this. So we're going to have a highway on-ramp that goes into the roundabout. This will mean that it should merge a lot more nicely. What do you mean space is already occupied? It's trying to go for the one up above, my word. Can we get it at an angle where we can see this and connect up? Ah. Okay, we need to cut off this upper place first. So this upper road is causing some problems, I think. And that's just a building, right? It's not a special building or anything, is it? No, that's just the Oak residence. We do have this fire station here, which needs to be taken into account as well, but it should be fine. Okay, we're gonna have a curved road coming down and into there. And that should create more... that should create a lot smoother of an introduction into the area. We need to let it run for a little while to try to fix itself after that monumental change, which has led to huge amounts of traffic along the side routes, which is not the best. Here, we can't connect that up anymore, can we? Oh, that's not the best, but it's okay. So, let's see. Go down here. Oh my word. Yeah, it is causing a bit of problem. A bit of a problem indeed. But the traffic is draining out of both of these sides. So that should be perfectly fine. The Seculites will soon enough be able to move at a solid rate. Yeah, look, it's working even as we speak. As we speak, it is working perfectly. It is smoothing the system out. There we go. The system is fixed. There's only minimum oncoming traffic from either of these directions. So the big thing that this has done is it's turned this, what used to be an intersection, into simply an on-ramp. So now as many cars as is necessary can drain directly into here, and it's not going to get backed up by some unnecessary intersection. Which seems to me to actually be fixing the traffic problem a bit. Yeah, look at all of these cars coming down into here. I think give that like one day and it'll be perfectly fine. Nice. We fixed it, people. We fixed the problem. It's done. The Seculites' Grove of Madness is now happy that their traffic is no longer terrible. I mean, I was about to say traffic's not the best here, but it's not bad either. It's actually okay. Novella Plaza has, since its inception, never really had an issue. Are these the highest level? Not yet. Oh, good lord, what do you need? What do you need, Hemlock residents? What is it that you need? What can we give them? Do you want a zoo? I'll give you a freaking zoo. Put a zoo somewhere in the city. Don't even know where to put the zoo. Where does one put a zoo? I know where one puts a zoo. No, we can't put a zoo here. We can't put a zoo in PETA headquarters, can we? No, I don't think so. I think there's some small issues with that one. I don't think they're 4 zoos. But the out-of-towners, not the downers, could be a place if it weren't tiny. Let's have one in the squirrel's den. Once again, not sure it's the best idea in the world, but at the same time, I guess it's not the worst. Perhaps they could have this zoo as an attempt to breed other forms of anthropomorphic animals. And of course, these breeding programs are quite expensive. So they have to just make a zoo in the meantime so that they can sell tickets, make some money, continue research, and all that jazz. And it seems like a few anthropomorphic squirrels are already going out there. Good for them. And that seems to have leveled up this area quite a bit. Very good. But that doesn't fix Novella Plaza in the slightest. It needs something more. What can we give it? Transport tower. Friendly neighborhood park. Oh, that's perfect. Where else would a friendly neighborhood park go but Novella Plaza? Bada boom. Friendly neighborhood park is now in Novella Plaza, right next to a nice patio park. And perhaps that will level them up at some point. But look at that. That is a nice and friendly neighborhood park. Much better than the Park of Wealth, which, although being quite magnificent, is, of course, incepting the wrong ideas into the minds of our children. It's better to give the friendly neighborhood park for the children and the Park of Wealth for all of those wealthy, middle-aged and elderly people who are like, I have so much money and it makes me so darn important, it's beyond my understanding. Wah! I read novellas all day long and nothing but novellas, and if you want me to read anything else, I'm gonna poke you in the eye and tell you, no, not gonna happen. Yeah, that's pretty much what they talk like. It's pretty terrible. My lord. Is it just me, or do the police use these bus lanes more than buses do? I don't even know. Anyway, ignoring that, how's our prison doing? We haven't checked on that since we made it. There's a dead person waiting for transport. Apparently there's been some sort of prison shanking. The Holy Fist of Justice is, of course, holding people down, and occasionally the Holy Fist of Justice necessitates punching someone. Is that the hearse? That's a hearse, isn't it? Ooh. The owner is the crematorium. It's going to the Holy Fist of Justice, loading the dead man who got hit by the Holy Fist of Justice, and returning. No, it's going to pick up someone from the small playground. Could it be a prison heist? What if the person's not dead? You can't go directly to the playground. You have to go to the crematorium first. Burn the body immediately. If he's still alive, I mean, I'm sure he won't mind. I think he will, just a bit. Mind that one, yeah. Not the best. Oh, he's gonna burn alive. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Anyway, we've got a bit of demand for industry. These guys are still not doing well, but we can add some offices into here. And that should be perfectly fine. This entire section is just offices. Realize how ridiculous that is? My word, that is ridiculous on a whole new level. My lord. Okay, so we're gonna cut that out. And we're gonna connect the power up over here. Because I think that's a bit more stable. We can't fully connect these two districts because then, of course, the anthropomorphic squirrels would be living with the people in the offices, and that would not make many people in the city happy. So we need to keep them separated. And in doing so, we have allowed the Mafia to expand quite a bit farther. Because, of course, what is this but new territory for Mafia Alley? Right there. Bada boom. Mafia Alley has expanded out into a new section. Dang. The Mafia is actually pretty darn big at this point, isn't it? That's quite an impressive quantity of Mafia. Don't even know. Don't even know. How have we let it get this far? Good lord, probably because we weren't doing anything to begin with. We just let it happen. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. But we did it anyway, and it had to be done. Whoa. General fire hazard is 20%? That's terrible. I see. There's no really good fire coverage down here. Well, take that! That should reduce fire hazard by quite a bit, and it looks like the Technocrats' Council of Supremacy needs another fire station right in here. Perfect. Anything else? Ooh. Darville Square, which we haven't talked about in like half a millennia, also needs another firehouse. Oh yeah, these incinerators. I never even thought about this. They need a firehouse too. You know what? Why doesn't everyone have a firehouse? Just make it rain firehouses everywhere, people. That's gonna rain from the sky. Firehouses. That's actually really dangerous. Like, that's super dangerous. We probably shouldn't do that. Oh my lord. Oh, the fire hazard here is ridiculous, too. Good word. Boom, we'll put a fire station right there. A taxi stand has in fact burnt down, which is not the best. Should probably put that back up. What the heck? Oh, this is bus. There we go. And in fact, we'll put another one somewhere here to increase the quantity of taxis. There we go. We now have tons of taxis. Question, why is this a two-way road? This should really be a one-way road here. My word. Yeah, it should go that way. We'll upgrade that. And there we go. Now it's just a big circle. That was ridiculous. It needs to remain a big circle. That was the entire idea to begin with. It is ridiculous, though. Actually, quite ridiculous. It's kind of an eyesore, but unfortunately for Holdinsburg, it's going to remain that way. So eat it, Holdinsburg. Ha ha ha! You're not getting it fixed, okay? You're just gonna have to suck it up and live with it. My word. Okay. Any other big traffic issues in the city? Just this thing, but it's not a big deal. I say as it looks like it's actually backing up quite a bit. Look, it's not a big deal. Just, nah. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Fine. Fine, we'll fix it. Roundabout time. Roundabout time, friends. That's how I fix all of my traffic issues. Insert roundabout here. Right. Good Lord. The prongs on these roundabouts is just the worst. Okay, if we take this out, that should probably give enough space to put the roundabout where we want, which is right here. Perfect. Then we cut all of this out, and we reattach the roads. Hopefully they won't go absolutely crazy on us like they have previously. But, nope, it's just gone absolutely crazy on us. Thank you so much, road. I really needed that. That was exactly what I was looking for. Perfect. Thanks so much. No, road. You don't have to say anything else. It's perfectly fine. It's fine. There we go. We'll have that go into there in a bit of a ridiculous angle. We'll have that connect there, and then we'll have our big 6-lane road down here reconnect up with the situation here. That should be fine. In fact, if this doesn't flow well, which it actually is looking like it's flowing pretty darn well, so never mind. Although I will note, if it hadn't flown well, it probably would have made sense to create an overarching 6-lane road. Oh no, now this isn't flowing well. Oh, good Lord. We're gonna have to make a roundabout down here too. Looks like it. Second roundabout time. Here we go. Cut it all out. Traffic in Holdinsburg will never be an issue again because we'll never see Holdinsburg again after this. We'll just put this roundabout in right here. Cut everything out. Put in the 6-lane road going down here. Another one going out here. Connecting right up here. Right here. Connecting right here. Oh, good Lord. Connecting right here. That's good enough. That's good enough. We'll have the 2-lane road coming here. And we'll just have to finish this guy up. And that should be that for the glistening glass seller's traffic. Let's watch as it fixes itself nicely. Once again, the overarching 6-lane road is always a possibility. It's always an option, people. You never know when it will be necessary. There, looks like we kind of fixed it quite nicely with a couple roundabouts as usual. Very good. Well, very nice. that brings us, I guess, to the end of the episode and the end of Holdinsburg in general. Guys, take a look at it all. From the dumbest ramp in the world, which still exists. I told you it would exist until the end of the city, and it does. Keeping drivers at attention since pretty much the beginning of the city. The glistening glass sellers selling all of their nice glistening glass. And our humble beginnings, Darvel Square, where we created a city completely devoted to allowing anyone to read whatever kind of comic they wanted to. And it all kind of went downhill from there. But yeah, this is our city. Look at it. I'll say not quite as grand as Vinlandia, but still quite a grand city nonetheless. So with that, I will say thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.